Welcome back to On the Table. I'm Stoney.
I'm T.
And we're going to get into this Reddit story. The subreddit is going to be a good one.
All right, let's go.
All right, this user says, am I the asshole for using my grandma's china as my everyday food holders and not waiting for tea with King Charles? Know where this is going. Okay. They go on to say, I was the last kid to leave home. I was an oops kid, and my older brother and sister were in high school when I was born. Trying to say she was a mistake, or he was a mistake. After I finished university, I asked my parents if I could stay home and to save up, They agreed so long as I paid for my own expenses and contributed $300 a month for food and utilities. That was a good deal for me. I then fell in love with a friend's neighborhood of little houses. Okay. I found one for sale and grabbed it. My parents downsized immediately to make sure none of us could ever move back. Okay, that was facetious. They are retired and were tired of Midwest winters. Okay, so they moved to downsize. My brother and sister are both married with children. My folks supported me and helped me get established in my career. I love them, and I am super thankful for everything they did for myself and my siblings. Okay, I asked them if they could please put my china cabinet, china, and cutlery into storage with their stuff. So they said they weren't going to get a storage and were getting rid of everything they weren't going to use or store in their new place in Arizona. So they moved from the Midwest to Arizona.
Okay.
Am I got that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I asked if they could store the stuff for me, and they said no. Okay. So the daughter has, I'm trying to follow. So the daughter has some china, and she wanted the parents to store her china with their things.
Okay.
They said no because they were downsizing, and they weren't pretty much putting anything in the storage. They're just getting rid of everything.
Right,
so they said no.
Okay.
So this is where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple of friends. And we moved into my new house. My house was built when the railroad was a bigger deal. They built entire neighborhoods for their workers. Tiny houses with decent yards and gardens for the kids. So think 600 square feet, which is very small.
Mm-hmm.
No basement. It still has a clothesline. Okay, a couple of months after I moved in, I had a housewarming party. I had exactly 4 if everything from IKEA plus 1 pot, 1 pan. Hold on.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense.
Yeah. A couple of months after I moved in, I had a housewarming party.
Mm-hmm.
I had exactly 4 if everything from IKEA.
Maybe 4 of everything.
4 of everything from IKEA. I had exactly 4 of everything from IKEA.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 1 pot, 1 pan, and an air fryer.
Okay.
So I used my fancy plates. My friends aren't children, so none of them got damaged.
Mm-hmm.
Afterwards, I realized that if I had stuff like serving trays and gravy boats, everything an adult needs to adult in regarding food service anyways. Anyway, so I just use them all the time, mostly when I have people over, but when I have not done the dishes and do not want to eat out or take out containers over the sink. I don't know. I kind of trashed that. Let's see what else. I was FaceTiming with my folks and eating, and they noticed that I was eating off Royal Wedgwood Precious Moments plates using Ming Dynasty Imperial silverware. I may have some terms wrong here, but you get the point. Mom asked me why I was using the plate and fork to eat. She said it was only for special occasions. That is that it was an heirloom meant to be cherished and protected for generations. Not in exaggerating here. That's what she said. I told them that they were my plates and I would use them however I wanted. They got very upset and hung up. Then I got calls from my brother and sister. They both admitted they only called because Mom told them to. They said to do whatever you wanted, so the brother and sister agreed. They said that they weren't huge fans of fancy china, but that Mom had insisted it go onto their registries. We had a big laugh, and I promised to tell Mom. They told me to save my nice stuff for a royal visit. My mom actually ordered me an 8-person set of cheap china to use every day. Wow. I thanked her, and I'm using that instead. Unless I want to feel fancy, don't tell Mom. Okay, I kind of trashed that a little bit toward the end, but basically, it doesn't sound like you're the asshole here. I mean, you have your... You want me to go first? I'll go first. It don't sound like you're the asshole. You have your own china. They have their things. However, when they saw you using the china, the fancy china, your mother took it upon herself to go out and purchase some cheap china so that you can use, and you're okay with using that. So, are you the asshole for using the china in the first place? No, I don't think so.
Okay. So, excuse me for that. I'm going to make this really quick. No, you're not the asshole for using the china. But honestly, maybe I'm just feeling a little something today. But I feel like saying she's the asshole for that long, drawn out freaking writing. Like, you could have just made that a lot shorter.
That helped me out.
I mean, my gosh, you could have just said, I'm not an asshole for using this precious china, blah, 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 yada, 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 you know.
No, yeah.
Honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to post. We're going to post.
Just finish it. You can edit it out, but we can just finish it.
Yeah, we'll edit it out, because maybe I'm being the asshole right now. So, here's what I think. I don't think you're the asshole. I think it's your china, and you can do what you want to do with it. So it's really that simple. I don't really have much else to add to that. This is just an easy one. If your parents cared enough about the china, or if they wanted to micromanage what you chose to do with your property, maybe they should have helped you out when you wanted some help with the storage, right? Mm-hmm. They didn't want to do that. Therefore, they don't have a say.
But it was Royal Wedgwood, Precious Moments China.
Literally,
for goodness sake.
Listen.
From the Ming Dynasty.
Who gives a
Imperial China.
Who gives a crap?
Our silver.
Okay? I don't care. Listen, at the end of the day, and this is really just how I feel about most things, at the end of the day, it only has the value that you put on it. You could easily break it. You could crack it. It could get destroyed in some kind of catastrophe. And then what would happen? Oh, you never even bothered to use it. You just put it in a closet or in a cabinet space somewhere that it collects dust. Listen, things are meant to be used. Objects, they're meant to be used. Right. I understand. I'm not trying to be flippant, but with that said, I don't want to use the word but after I say that. With that said, however, things like china and these precious things, plates and whatnot, they're meant to be used.
For the most part, these collectible plates and family heirlooms, they're already used. Mm-hmm. It's not like it's brand new.
Even if it were brand new, I would say exactly the same thing. You could easily drop them. There could be an earthquake, any old type of catastrophe. Somebody could break in and steal them. Anything can happen to them. Listen, as long as you're breathing and you have something like that in your possession and you want to use it, use it. Don't deprive yourself from using something that you deem as special because you feel like this isn't a special occasion. Just use them.
Yeah, because the mother was like,
yeah,
you should only use that on special occasions.
Well, who's to say I'm going to be around for the next exactly?
Yeah, every day is a special occasion. I mean, as long as you're careful with your stuff, then it shouldn't even matter.
It isn't like it's not as if she has them in the cabinet where she stores her regular plates. I'm sure she probably has them sitting somewhere out of the way. Well, like I said, if you choose to use it for whatever you deem special to you, hey, maybe you get a promotion at work and you decide, I'm going to break this out because I feel a little fancy today. Yeah. So I'm going to use it. Yeah. And I don't care if you put fried chicken, ribs, potato salad on top of them plates. It's whatever you choose to do at the end of the day. Okay? So, yeah. Not the asshole.
Yeah. Then the parents not the asshole. And the parents got upset and hung up the phone.
That's their issue. They have to work through it. So.
All right. We have a couple of comments. And we're going to comment on those. It says, here's one user says, okay, so am I understanding this correctly? Your mom would have gotten rid of the fancy china, but had not allowed you to use it because it was to be treasured for generations? No, you didn't understand that correctly because mom did say use this for special occasions. Okay. Here's another one says, not the asshole. I bought fancy lotions and saved them for special occasions, and then they go bad.
Exactly my point.
Yeah, full of wasted product.
Exactly.
What's the point of having it if you never use it? Excuse me.
And that's exactly what I'm saying here. Like, what is the point? You're going to hold it, save it, store it. It's going to get dusty. Anything could happen. Literally anything could happen.
Yeah. If I was saving something for a family as a family heirloom, it would not be used. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, why are we saving this? Because this is from the Civil War era. It's a collectible. It's a family heirloom, but it's really a collectible that we don't use. We probably are going to put something in a glass case.
Okay, so if it's so based off of what you're saying, something from the World War wherever
family heirloom.
Yeah, family heirloom. I think it comes down to what it is we're talking about specifically. Now, like what you're talking about, if we have something like that, we'll store it in a cabinet, right?
Okay.
I would not want to
put
a
display cabinet. Okay.
I wouldn't want to put it in a box and shove it off in the garage somewhere.
It wouldn't be out. No.
I would prefer to have it somewhere that I can at least see it.
On display.
You know what I mean?
So if she's using it, it's a special occasion to her, and she can. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Another user says, not the asshole. Thing is, with stuff like china plates, etc., is the people put it away in cupboards for other people, with your family and friends, to clear it out and put it away again after you've died. So they're put it here. That person, grandfather passes away. They'll take it out, clear out the house. They'll put it in the boxes, and then put it up in somebody else's cabinet. And then when those people die, they'll take it out. It just keeps getting moved around, and eventually things get broken. The teacup, the handle breaks off. So I think they're meant to be used.
Yeah.
Somebody said, they finish it off, they say, just use it.
I mean, seriously, just use it.
Just use it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, starting today, 2026. This is going to be our family heirloom. So, am I to use it or display it? Or are the kids and grandkids supposed to say, Grandma and Grandpa used these mugs, and we're just going to put them on display? I wouldn't want that. If they like them, they can just use them. And
I mean, I do understand storing them somewhere in like a china cabinet where they're not where heavy traffic is, right? You don't want them in the line of heavy traffic.
Right.
Because we drop plates, cups, glass all the time, right?
I do.
So
I do.
Yeah, he owes me crystal
I do.
glasses, like a whole maybe or two. Okay, I literally have like one from this set and two from that set. Yeah, you owe me some more. But anyway,
who will benefit when the new set arrives?
Okay, but the point is, don't put it in heavy traffic, but at the same time, use it.
Use it.
You're not promised tomorrow.
I have a painting right now for my grandmother. I say grandmother, but obviously grandmother and grandfather. But I have a painting for my grandmother. I got it. Been having it for over 30 years now, and she's had it for probably over 30 years. So it's probably 100. It's probably 100 years old. I have no idea. Mm-hmm. And right now it is tucked away somewhere in the garage. Mm-hmm. We're not using it.
And it's dusty.
Right, and if the frame gets broken, mm-hmm. I mean, there's no one to blame. I know we're getting a little bit off subject, but
it's not really off subject
about because you're family heirloom type thing. Is it a family heirloom, or is it just something that I wanted from my grandmother before she passed away? And I have it, but I really don't know what to do with it. But it's only two things you can do, or you should do. You should either display it, and at one point we did have it hanging on the walls.
Okay.
Okay, so you should display it. In my case, display it, or which is using it.
Yeah.
Or get rid of it.
See,
we can't store it. I mean,
I wouldn't get rid of something that's been in my family for however many
100 years.
Right? I wouldn't. That's not what I would do. I feel like if you have kids, you might want to pass that down to them. They can then decide what they want to do with it. But for me, I'm not getting rid of something that's been in my family that long. I do agree you should maybe find a way to display it so it's not wasteful.
Right.
Right? Because then it just becomes junk.
It's right. Well, that's what I've said. Something personal on the personal level. So in case of the china, I would say either display it or use it.
Yeah.
Not use it only on special occasions. I mean,
well, also I would add that some things are more delicate, right? And because they're more delicate, you kind of do want to store them away, right? So it matters what the thing is and what your intent for holding on to it is, right? Because there are some things that you really don't want displayed unless you preserve it in a way that it doesn't wear. You know, it doesn't get eroded by any, you know, just the elements and things like that. Because honestly, like anything can just become tattered. I'm trying to find the right words. Like sometimes when our closet is just packed with all types of stuff up in there, and sometimes I'll go in there looking for a specific handbag to use, and I've realized it's been shoved in the back of the closet for such a long time.
The more that you get, it just get pushed back.
You just keep adding to the pile of things that you have.
To the clutter.
Yeah, the clutter really.
No matter where it is.
I'll grab the bag thinking, oh, I haven't seen you in a while. Just to grab that bag and find that it's cracked and it's peeling and, you know, like whatever. Like it's like literally like the strap will be cracked and it's all messed up. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you kind of want to make sure whatever it is that you're keeping, holding on to, you are preserving it so those type of things don't happen. But I do understand why some people might not want to display it either because of that very thing. Anyway, just my thoughts.
All right. So how many more we have? We're going to do one more here. It says, not the asshole. Use the fancy stuff. And if you don't want to fight your mom, just pretend you are obeying her. No, I don't like that either because now you're like...
You're an adult. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, now you're lying. Just tell her you're using the stuff, like you already said. I went to help a friend deal with their mother's things after her death. We found a dinner and tea set she got as a wedding gift, never used. Her father said she was saving it for a special moment. Wow. Turns out that none of her special moments were ever special enough for those things. The woman had kids, grandchildren, was married for 36 years, got promotions, and opened up her own business, and wrote a poetry book. That was her dream. And nothing that happened in her life was good enough to use a few dishes and cups. She died
Ridiculous.
without ever using them.
Absolutely not.
Don't save the good things for others to dispose of when you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
Use the good china. Use the fancy cutlery.
Absolutely.
And I believe it because when people pass away, those fancy things the kids do not want.
They don't want it. They don't care about it.
They'll end up at the thrift stores or they'll end up in somebody's storage unit. Then I'll go there and purchase those things and then resell them. They mean nothing. They mean nothing.
I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, possessions really don't belong to anyone long term.
On this earth, right?
Right?
In this world,
the computers in front of us,
the life,
the jewelry I'm currently wearing, like nothing really belongs to us. It's
going to be trash on somebody else's back.
Exactly.
It's only two places it's going to end up.
Yeah, and honestly, like you said, when people pass away, the kids, the grandkids, they see no value.
There's no value.
Most people don't see value in those things that you thought they would see value in. Mm-hmm. They just, all of a sudden, it's trash. Like, look at all this junk type stuff. You know what I mean?
Hoarders, like the TV show Hoarders.
Yep.
Some of those things are valuable.
And especially,
a reseller.
Yeah, especially if the things that you're talking about, your relatives have no direct connection to. Like that's why, like lately with us, I've been making things for people, right? I make things for the kids or my mother or my sister or whatever. I make them something. That way, it's something that I made with my hands that belong to them already. But as far as like stuff that's just in the house, most people's kids are just going to get rid of it. They don't have a use. Yeah, like.
I mean, this table could easily break, and then what's going to happen once it's broken? Trash.
She's putting way too much. Her mother is putting way too much value in a thing.
Yeah,
I get it. We all do it. We have our possessions.
Some things are more durable than others, like chairs, and tables, and cabinets and wood furniture. Those things they're durable. So that's why people keep those things, because they do last. But still, generations.
But the main thing is people will come along after you have long gone, and they will just the stuff that was important to you
means nothing.
They'll walk through, and it's like, hey, let's get rid of this, get rid of that, blah 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 blah.
So many estate sales, and you go into the kitchen, and they just have stacks and stacks of china and plates and cups and
it means
$25, $30. It's no value to the family. The family is just like, just get rid of the stuff, sell what you can sell, and let's get the money. Basically, let's get the money, dispose of everything on the property, so we can sell the house and get the money. It's all about the money. If you have the fancy stuff, use the fancy stuff.
Use it while you can.
And if one breaks here or there, then so be it. Then you have a couple left to pass down. That's it. I mean, China sets don't get saved for centuries as a whole complete set. You might find one or two, and that's because people use them, or display them. That's it.
Anyway.
That's
all I have on that one.
That's all I have. Okay. So, with this episode of On the Table, I think that's a wrap.
Yeah.
And
we're going to start another one right after this.
So come on back and watch the next one. And as for this one, please like and subscribe and share if you like our content and what we're doing.
Make sure you leave a comment, participate.
And tell us your thoughts and feelings about what we've read or anything that we discussed.
Or you can leave us some suggestions on what you guys would like us to talk about.
You can do that too.
Yeah.
You could.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
So until next time, we'll see what's on the table. And I'm Stoney.
I'm T.
And we're signing out now. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.